Three boys intently watch TV, hiding desires. As Alex, Jane, and Suki leave, the remote's click echoes in the silence, intensifying the anticipation of the boys. In unison, the boys focus their thoughts, an intense, shared desire brewing within their tiny minds. Defying the ordinary, the TV flickers back to life, an inexplicable event unfolding before their very eyes. Daryl's face fills the screen, his presence a beacon of their unspoken desire as the impossible becomes reality. Van Horn's spectral image flickers. His words echo with a sinister undertone, hinting at his return to guide them in ways unknown. Curious, suspicious, they entered. Daryl's voice drips with promise as he declares, "Your powers are awakening. I will return to help you master them." Mothers dismiss fears, unaware of Daryl. Oblivious to the encroaching darkness, they plan to tuck the children into bed, seeking solace in a quiet drink. Unbeknownst to them, the insidious influence of Daryl permeates the very air they breathe, poisoning their sanctuary. Eastwick High, a shared past. Wind lifts Carrie's skirt playfully. In a moment of shared awareness, their gazes converge, capturing a mix of nostalgia and anticipation. Boys debate loudly in Eastwick High. Jacob insists vehemently, "I dated Carrie." Christie's trick. Jacob doubts. "Crazy. I know Carrie." Purple streak. Christie borrowed the die, Jacob. Insulted, Jacob fought back fiercely. In the bustling hallway of Eastwick High, Carrie strolls obliviously into a brewing storm of youthful rivalry and objectification. Amidst the echoes of lockers slamming, Johnny's crude remark ignites a spark of contention, objectifying Carrie's freedom of expression with disdain. Jacob's voice cuts through the haze of teenage hormones, a shield of defiance against Johnny's callous judgment. Johnny retorts with bitter defiance, dismissing all that Jacob has said, as he stubbornly clings to his archaic view. Joey, in a desperate attempt to quell the rising storm, steers the conversation towards a shallow competition for Carrie's affection. The gauntlet is thrown, as Johnny declares his inevitable conquest, blind to the chasm between his fantasy and Carrie's reality. Jacob scoffs at Johnny's delusion, a prophecy that Carrie would never fall for his shallow charm. Under the cloak of night, Carrie and Christie tread through the school parking lot, unaware of the shadows tailing their every move. In the echoing silence, Johnny's question pierces the night. "Carrie, did you ever date Jacob?" Footsteps quicken, hearts pound, as the pursuit intensifies in the dark expanse behind the school. In the desolate parking lot behind the school, Carrie stands firm, delivering a harsh truth to Johnny. Unseen, Jacob lurks nearby, his expression shifting from curiosity to a storm of anger as he eavesdrops. Carrie's sharp declaration echoes through the air, "I'm not dating Jacob. He's a perv." Jacob's face darkens with rage, his eyes burning with fury as he overhears Carrie's damning words. In the stark expanse of the parking lot, Jacob's simmering rage threatens to erupt as he confronts Johnny, their conflict palpable. Joey steps between them, his hands raised in a gesture of peace, desperately trying to defuse the escalating conflict. Jacob's voice drips with anger as he warns Joey to stay out of it, demanding answers from Johnny about his intrusive questioning of Carrie. Johnny defiantly retorts that he was merely making conversation, further fueling Jacob's fury. Jacob's anger intensifies as he challenges Johnny's definition of conversation, accusing him of prying into Carrie's personal family issues. Johnny's temper flares, dismissing Jacob's concern as none of his business, escalating the confrontation to a boiling point. Joey's plea hangs in the air, a desperate attempt to prevent the impending explosion of anger between Jacob and Johnny. The parking lot erupts in chaos as the ground trembles violently, sending shock waves of fear through the boys. A cataclysmic explosion rips through the earth, catapulting the boys into the air amidst a maelstrom of fire and debris. Emerging from the inferno, Daryl appears as a harbinger of doom. In the parking lot behind the school, A whirlwind of youthful energy erupts as Jacob, Johnny, Joey, and Daryl cram into Jacob's awaiting car. They venture towards an abandoned building, a silent sentinel in the rough heart of Eastwick. The abandoned building looms, its darkened windows hinting at secrets and dangers lurking within. In the desolate expanse of the abandoned building, a solitary beam of moonlight pierces through the oppressive darkness, setting the stage for an impossible revelation. Joey, his face a mask of disbelief and hope, confronts Daryl with a question that shatters the foundations of their reality. "You're saying you're our father?" Jacob, arms crossed, scoffs at the unbelievable claim, his skepticism hardening into a defiant declaration. "This is insane. He's dead. We saw the grave." Torn between hope and doubt, Joey pleads with Daryl, his voice trembling with anticipation. "Daryl, is it true?" In the heart of the abandoned building, Daryl emerges as a specter from their shared history, his presence a chilling echo of forgotten bonds. With a voice cloaked in quiet intensity, Daryl whispers, "I know who you are. I know what you can do, and I know what you're afraid of." Daryl's words cut through the silence, a chilling reminder of their deepest fears and hidden potential, as he offers, "I can help you control your abilities. I can teach you how to harness your potential." He demands, "But you must promise me something. You can never tell your mother Zimbak. Never." In the desolate expanse of the abandoned building, Joey's eyes dart nervously, portraying a sense of apprehension amid the decay. Amid the oppressive silence, Joey whispers, "I need to call my mom," his voice barely audible. Daryl, standing resolute, responds with unwavering conviction, "I can handle this, Joey." "What's the principal's name?" Daryl firmly states his confidence, inquiring the name of the principal. Inside the desolate, crumbling remains of a forgotten building, Daryl clutches a cracked phone, his voice trembling as he feigns authority. Daryl, disguised as Principal Richardson, attempts to deceive, his fabricated words echoing with a desperate hope of success. With feigned authority, Daryl announces, "Yes, hello. This is Principal Richardson. I'm calling to inform Alex that the boys are going on a week-long field trip. Yes, a week. All expenses paid. Educational, of course." In the opulent Lennox mansion, Alex stands as a beacon of calm, her composed demeanor cutting through the surrounding anxiety. With carefully chosen words, Alex attempts to alleviate their fears, stating, "The boys are fine." She continues, adding, "They are on a postponed field trip." In the heart of the dilapidated building, Daryl's imposing figure stands silhouetted against the faint moonlight, his presence commanding and mysterious. Daryl's ominous decree echoes through the silent ruins. "You are mine for a week." Daryl concludes with a terse goodnight, leaving an echo of uncertainty hanging in the air. Inside Clyde's home, a somber investigation unfolds, casting a shadow over the scene of Felicia's untimely death. Suspicion mounts against Clyde as the officers meticulously comb through the property, their focus sharp and unrelenting. The fireplace poker, a silent witness, leans ominously against the hearth, now a focal point of the grim inquiry. In his own home, Clyde is ensnared by the cold grip of handcuffs, his face a mask of disbelief and rising fury. Clyde's desperate plea echoes in the room as he cries out, "She was sick! Felicia was hallucinating! You have to believe me!" His cries fill the air with desperation, a desperate attempt to break through the wall of disbelief and suspicion. In the heart of an abandoned building, Daryl initiates the boys into a transformative training, setting the stage for a profound shift in their understanding of power. Daryl unveils the secret that their combined powers surge to new heights when wielded in perfect harmony, a revelation that sparks both excitement and trepidation. The revelation that each boy possesses a unique, individual power ignites a spark of destiny, promising a path of extraordinary responsibility. In the skeletal remains of a forgotten building, Jacob's haunted eyes reflect a past consumed by shadow and regret. In a hushed confession, Jacob whispers, "I remember. I got angry. Really angry. And then there was fire. Beams. From my eyes. I caused it." Echoing Jacob's torment, Johnny reveals his own uncontrollable metamorphosis. "That's like me. When I get angry, I change. I can become other people. Morph. It's uncontrollable." In a shared moment of revelation, Jacob and Johnny are united by the terrifying knowledge of their uncontrollable abilities. In the desolate expanse of the abandoned building, Joey hangs his head, a portrait of utter defeat amidst the shadows. In a gesture of unwavering support, Daryl claps Joey on the shoulder, offering a beacon of hope. In the heart of despair, Joey whispers, "I don't think I have a power." With resolute determination, Daryl responds, "We can work with that too." With a glint of adventure in his eyes, Daryl proposes, "Let's take a drive." Under the electric glare of the boxing ring lights, Daryl guides the boys into a world charged with anticipation, unaware they are about to step into a whirlwind of fate. The air vibrates with the collective roar of the crowd, a symphony of excitement that hints at the drama about to unfold. In the stark reality of the boxing ring, two young boys stand, their sweat mirroring the confusion in their eyes. Amidst the tension, Boy 1 softly questions, "Why are we fighting?" Boy 2 echoes the sentiment, his voice laced with uncertainty. "Yeah, I don't get it." From the ringside, Daryl's cryptic declaration hangs in the air. "It's part of your training." Under the glaring lights of the boxing ring, the boys face off against hardened opponents, the air thick with anticipation and impending conflict. As the bell rings, an uncontrollable fury ignites within the boys, transforming their youthful faces into masks of raw rage. The boxing ring transforms into a battleground as their anger consumes them. The boxing ring ascends from the earth, a stage set for an otherworldly showdown. Jacob faces his adversaries, his gaze intense and unwavering. Suddenly, Jacob's eyes ignite with a blinding light, signaling the unleashing of raw power. Consumed by unbridled rage, Jacob's gaze scorches the building, reducing it to ashes in an instant. Amidst the settling dust, they turn back towards the desolate, abandoned building, their silhouettes stark against the fading light. In the dimly lit interior of the abandoned building, shadows dance ominously across the grimy walls, setting a stage for an impending test. Daryl, a figure etched with the harsh realities of life, assesses the boys with a piercing gaze, hinting at a looming challenge. With a subtle nod of approval, Daryl acknowledges, "You boys did good, real good." Daryl declares, "Tomorrow, you'll be ready for the big time." As the night deepens, Daryl dismisses them with a curt instruction, "Get some rest." In the quiet solitude, Daryl murmurs, "I've got some overdue work to catch up on." As the night descends, the boys find refuge in an old, abandoned building, seeking solace in each other's company. In the cloak of darkness, Daryl's thoughts twist and turn, conceiving a dark scheme for revenge. Unaware of the impending storm, Alex, Jane, and Suki rest peacefully, oblivious to the treachery brewing in the heart of their companion. Daryl's mind wanders to Alex, a vision of serpentine horror unfolding around him. His thoughts then shift to Jane, her reality dissolving into a chaotic swirl of melting colors. A somber reveals Suki's tragic fate. She is involved in a serious automobile accident that continues with the heartbreaking revelation. She is now in a hospital, comatose and reliant on life support. In the heart of the abandoned building, Daryl stands cloaked in shadow, a sinister smile twisting his features. The decaying walls bear witness to the darkness consuming him, as shadows mirror the sinister plot unfolding in his mind. Daryl revels in his long-awaited revenge, a culmination of darkness that now consumes his soul. In the dead of night, Alex and Jane exchange worried glances, the heavy atmosphere thick with the chilling dread of Daryl's return. Driven by desperation, their trembling hands frantically gather scraps of cloth, needles, and thread, embarking on a dark craft to fashion a voodoo doll as their last hope. As Alex pierces the doll with a needle, a palpable sense of unease washes over them, casting a shadow of doubt on their desperate efforts. Jane, succumbing to despair, whispers, "This voodoo doll feels insufficient." Jane softly suggests, "He's too powerful for this, right?" Jane, her voice laced with urgency, declares, "It's a start, but I agree. We need more. Something stronger. We should discuss this with the Witches' Council." Within the opulent Lennox mansion, Alex and Jane are frozen in disbelief, their eyes locked on the twins, Christy and Carrie, whose gazes radiate an eerie, otherworldly glow. Christy and Carrie stand in eerie unison, their eyes glowing with an unnatural light, casting an unsettling aura over the grand mansion. The unnatural light emanating from the twins' eyes casts long, distorted shadows across the mansion, deepening the sense of unease and mystery. In the heart of the Witches' Council, Alex and Jane stand as two figures amidst an arcane ceremony. Each receives a vial filled with an unknown, shimmering liquid, a moment heavy with mystery and anticipation. As the vial meets their grasp, their faces are lit by an eerie glow, hinting at the power and secrets contained within. In the dimly lit Witches' Council chamber, fear permeates the air as shadows dance ominously across the faces of the gathered witches. Alex, consumed by terror, frantically recounts visions of snakes, their presence slithering through every shadow. Jane, her voice a mere whisper, reveals a world collapsing into dust before her eyes, her words painting a grim picture of decay. In a moment of shared desperation, Alex cries out, "I'm telling you, I see snakes everywhere, coiling, slithering. They're in the shadows, in the corners." Jane echoes her despair. "And everything is disintegrating, just crumbling to dust before my eyes. My garden, my books, it's all falling apart." Alex's plea pierces the silence. "What do we do?" Jane's voice cracks with desperation as she pleads. "Please, someone tell us what to do." In the heart of the Witches' Council, a gesture reveals vials brimming with shimmering potion, the air alive with raw, magical energy. The High Witch commands, "Drink this potion. It will mute the effects of Daryl's powers, and give some to Suki. It will help her come out of her coma." She continues, "You are also given an extra vial." In the tranquil hush of early morning, Alex and Jane march towards Eastwick Hospital, their faces mirroring a shared anxiety. Their footsteps echo in the quiet morning, as Christy and Carrie trail closely behind, their expressions mirroring the weight of the unknown. The rising sun paints the scene with a delicate balance of optimism and trepidation. In the sterile confines of her hospital room, Suki lies in a dreamlike serenity, her face a canvas of peaceful oblivion as machines hum around her. In the ethereal realm of Suki's dream, Felicia emerges, a shimmering specter wrestling with the torment of Tourette's. Even in death, Felicia's struggle with Tourette's persists, her spectral presence punctuated by involuntary movements and outbursts. Inside Suki's room at Eastwick Hospital, Felicia's face contorts in anguish as she unleashes a torrent of incoherent screams, her eyes reflecting a chilling premonition. Felicia's frantic warning pierces the air. "Eastwick. Doomed. I warned you," her voice rising to a fever pitch. She cries out that Eastwick is doomed. In the heart of the abandoned building, Daryl pushes the boys to their limits, demanding they unearth their hidden strengths. Daryl focuses intently on Joey, determined to ignite the untapped power smoldering within the young boy. The air crackles with anticipation as Joey strains, his youthful face contorted with effort, striving to meet Daryl's relentless expectations. In the vibrant Eastwick town square, a maelstrom of chaos unfurls, orchestrated by Daryl to test the bounds of the boys' burgeoning powers. Amidst the pandemonium, the boys grapple with their abilities, their faces etched with determination as they strive to regain control of the escalating situation. Daryl watches from a distance, his gaze intense, as he gauges the boys' response to the real-world challenges he has unleashed upon them. The town square becomes a crucible, forging the boys' powers in the fires of unexpected turmoil. In the decaying heart of an abandoned building, shadows waltz upon Daryl's face as he spins a twisted tale of his past with Alex, Jane, and Suki. With each carefully chosen word, Daryl reshapes reality, painting a distorted picture of love and betrayal that hangs heavy in the air. Unspoken tension coils around the boys as they absorb Daryl's poisonous narrative, their resentment towards their mothers blossoming like a dark flower. The weight of Daryl's fabricated history presses down, forging an unbreakable bond of shared animosity among the boys. In the opulent Lennox mansion, Alex and Jane channel their enhanced mental powers, reaching out to Suki in a desperate plea. Alex's voice, though a whisper, cuts through the silence. "Suki, can you hear us? You have to fight him." Echoing Alex's resolve, Jane implores Suki, "Daryl is controlling you. Wake up from the coma." The mansion seems to hold its breath, awaiting a sign, a response from Suki beyond the veil. Eastwick Woods stand veiled in an impenetrable darkness, the moonlight struggling to penetrate the dense canopy. Christy and Carrie advance with unwavering resolve, their eyes scanning the undergrowth for a sign, guided by an inner compass. An unnatural breeze whispers through the trees, as if the woods themselves respond to their quest. Their search intensifies, driven by an unseen force, leading them deeper into the woods in pursuit of a hidden artifact. In the desolate confines of an abandoned building, shadows dance ominously as Daryl orchestrates a series of increasingly perilous trials for the boys. He relentlessly pushes them to the very edge of their capabilities, blurring the moral lines between rigorous training and calculated manipulation. Each grueling challenge seems to strip away their innocence, leaving behind a haunting uncertainty in their eyes. Eastwick High pulsates with the frenetic energy of the school dance, lights flashing and music throbbing. Near the entrance, Jacob, Johnny, and Joey watch the chaos unfold, their eyes gleaming with wicked intent. Unseen forces orchestrate a series of comical collisions, leaving dancers bewildered and disoriented. Erratic shadows dance independently as a disco ball spins wildly, adding to the surreal atmosphere. In a moment of inexplicable levitation, the punch bowl showers unsuspecting students with a crimson tide of confusion. The air crackles with barely perceptible energy, hinting at the supernatural forces at play. In the desolate confines of the abandoned building, a chilling game of psychological manipulation commences as Daryl expertly exploits the brothers' deepest vulnerabilities. Daryl's sinister whispers amplify the brothers' doubts, twisting their perceptions and sowing seeds of distrust in the decaying space. As the night deepens, the abandoned building becomes a stage for fractured loyalties, where the bond between brothers is tested to its breaking point. In the heart of Lennox Mansion, bathed in the ethereal glow of arcane symbols, Alex and Jane race against time. Their movements, a dance of practiced synergy, weave a shield of unseen energy, a desperate bulwark against the encroaching darkness. Under hushed breaths, their voices blend into a rhythmic hum, a desperate plea to safeguard the mansion from Daryl's looming shadow. Teetering precariously on the edge of consciousness, Suki's breathing becomes shallow and uneven. Under the cloak of night, Christy and Carrie venture into the Eastwick Woods, where moonlight unveils a hidden artifact, its surface alive with shimmering magic. In a breathtaking moment of enchantment, a magical guardian materializes, its eyes blazing with the untamed power of ages past. The air crackles with anticipation as the guardian's presence fills the woods, its very essence a challenge to the mortal realm. In the heart of an abandoned building, Daryl's sinister smile cuts through the gloom, promising a revelation of unsettling truths to the boys. Daryl unveils his twisted vision, claiming, "I'm going to show you the truth," his words hanging heavy in the air. With a chilling declaration, Daryl unveils his twisted vision, stating, "The truth about your mothers. They aren't protecting you. They're controlling you. They are the enemy." Under the cloak of night, Eastwick Town Square becomes the arena for a magical showdown between mothers and sons, where every shadow holds a secret and every corner echoes with mounting tension. In a vortex of swirling energies, the boys stand defiant, their youthful faces hardened with determination as they challenge the formidable power of their mothers. With eyes ablaze, the mothers unleash waves of magic, transforming familiar streets into a battlefield of raw, untamed forces. Caught between loyalty and liberation, the townspeople become silent witnesses to a battle that will forever alter the destiny of Eastwick. In the heart of the dilapidated building, Daryl orchestrates a symphony of chaos, delighting in his role as the puppet master. From the shadows, Daryl's gaze pierces through the discord, his eyes reflecting a twisted satisfaction as events spiral out of control. Unseen and unheard, Daryl revels in the pandemonium, a silent puppeteer pulling the strings of fate. Within the opulent confines of Lennox Mansion, Alex and Jane desperately confront their sons, their faces a canvas of worry and fear. Alex urgently implores, "You have to see what's happening. He's manipulating you." Jane's voice cracks with emotion as she begs, "Please, sons, resist him. He's not who you think he is." The boys, ensnared by Daryl's influence, stand as impassive figures, their expressions betraying a chilling detachment from their parents' pleas. Suki awakens in the stark, sterile confines of her hospital room, the lingering haze of the coma now banished. With newfound clarity, Suki prepares to confront the impending battle against Daryl. Suki's newfound awareness becomes her weapon and shield. Emerging from the shadowy depths of Eastwick Woods, Christy and Carrie clutch the artifact, its soft glow a beacon of hope. With newfound resolve etched on their faces, they return, ready to confront the impending battle. Having proven their worthiness, the artifact's light grows, a testament to their courage and commitment. Under the cloak of night, the witches converge upon Eastwick Town Square, ready for their climactic confrontation with Daryl. United, the witches stand defiant, their collective might poised to unleash a spectacular display of magic. Daryl faces his adversaries, the air crackling with the raw energy of their combined powers. Magic erupts in a dazzling clash, illuminating the night as the witches and Daryl engage in their final battle. In the desolate expanse of the abandoned building, Daryl's resolve wavers, and a chilling uncertainty creeps into the boys' eyes. As their grip loosens, memories of their mothers flicker within them, casting a haunting shadow over their present plight. The bond between them frays under the weight of unspoken fears, as the spectral presence of lost loved ones looms large. Under the cloak of night, the witches manipulate the artifact, causing chaos in Daryl's magic. Daryl's power turns against him as erratic bursts of light and shadow dance ominously around the square. The town square becomes a canvas of twisting energy as Daryl's magic spirals out of control. In the heart of the abandoned building, dust motes dance in the spectral moonlight, casting long shadows that amplify the boys' dawning horror. Their innocent faces, once bright with youthful exuberance, now mirror a chilling blend of fear and stark realization as they recoil from Daryl. The oppressive weight of Daryl's deception hangs heavy in the air, a suffocating blanket of betrayal and looming peril. Under the cloak of night, Daryl, weakened yet menacing, prepares to unleash a surge of power that could obliterate Eastwick. A final surge of power erupts from Daryl, casting an ominous glow over the town square. The very air crackles with anticipation as the unleashed energy threatens to engulf Eastwick. In the heart of Lennox Mansion, bathed in an otherworldly radiance, Alex, Jane, and Suki unite their strength, against the encroaching darkness. Fueled by maternal love, a palpable energy surges forth, becoming a shield against Daryl's invisible onslaught. The room pulsates with raw power as their collective love becomes a formidable defense, pushing back the shadows. Under the veil of night, the boys unite with their mothers in Eastwick Town Square, each contributing unique powers to a burgeoning magical force. As their powers combine, a palpable surge of unified magic emanates, forming a formidable barrier against the encroaching darkness. Together, they stand as a beacon of defiance, their collective strength poised to confront the looming threat of Daryl. In the desolate confines of the abandoned building, Daryl's essence begins to unravel, a horrifying testament to the witches and their son's overwhelming might. Daryl's torment intensifies, the raw power of the witches tearing him apart, piece by piece, in a grotesque display of supernatural dominance. The air crackles with dark energy as the witches and their sons unleash their full potential, their combined force reducing Daryl to nothing more than fading echoes. Under the cloak of night, Eastwick Town Square transforms into a battleground where magic clashes and destinies intertwine. The air crackles with raw power as spells collide, casting eerie shadows that dance like specters. Amidst the chaos, the fate of Eastwick hangs precariously, its future balanced on the edge of a spell. Bathed in the gentle glow of a bedside lamp, Suki channels her energy, poised to sever a dark connection. A subtle shimmer envelops her hands, visualizing the unseen forces at play as she begins her powerful act. A visible ripple distorts the air, a palpable sign that the very fabric of reality is bending to her will. Daryl's once formidable power flickers and fades like a dying flame as Suki's resolve intensifies. Under the cloak of night, the witches and their sons unite to unleash a cataclysmic assault on Eastwick. Their combined power surges, casting long shadows and igniting a mystical storm that heralds Daryl's ultimate exile. With a final, merciless surge, they banish Daryl from Eastwick forever, sealing his fate in a vortex of swirling energy. As the town watches in awe and terror, Daryl is consumed by an otherworldly force, his presence erased from their midst. In the desolate expanse of the abandoned building, the last vestiges of Daryl's essence dissipate, leaving behind only chilling echoes of his malevolence. A haunting void remains where Daryl once stood, a grim testament to his dark deeds. The air hangs heavy with the lingering scent of despair, a palpable reminder of the evil that has transpired. Eastwick Town Square at night stands as a somber testament to the recent turmoil, the scars of Daryl's influence a haunting reminder of the fragility of peace. The air is thick with unspoken lessons, as love, family, and unity emerge as beacons of hope amidst the lingering shadows of fear. A silent promise hangs in the air as Eastwick vows to cherish the bonds that bind them, forever vigilant against the darkness that threatens to consume. In the opulent confines of Lennox Mansion, Alex, Jane, and Suki embrace their sons, their faces a canvas of relief and steely resolve. In hushed tones, they reaffirm their sacred bond, vowing to shield their children from the shadows that lurk ahead. A promise echoes through the grand halls, to stand as unwavering guardians against any future menace. In Suki's room at Eastwick Hospital, the air vibrates with unspoken gratitude and relief. Suki, now fully recovered, radiates pure joy and thankfulness as she sits upright in her hospital bed. A comfortable silence envelops the room, punctuated only by the gentle hum of the life-saving equipment. Beneath the veil of night, Christy and Carrie, transformed by the coven, stand resolute as moonlight weaves through the ancient woods. Their faces, illuminated by the ethereal glow, reflect a newfound power, their eyes gleaming with purpose. In a solemn vow, Christy declares, "We pledge our loyalty." Carrie completes the oath with determination and commitment to protecting Eastwick, Eastwick Town Square revives, life's ordinary rhythm returning as the witches and their sons stand ready. Beneath the town's facade, a silent vow is sworn, the witches and their sons poised against the shadows. In the heart of Eastwick, the witches and their sons stand united, their bond unbreakable as they brace for the unknown. In the grand hall of Lennox Mansion, a serene tableau unfolds under the soft glow of candelabras, where witches and their sons, their faces softened by contentment, gather. The tranquil silence is broken by soft laughter, a sweet symphony of victory that washes over the weary souls. As glasses are raised, the shimmering liquid within catches the light, a sparkling toast to unity and the strength they have found in each other. A palpable sense of unity and newfound strength fills the room, marking the end of battles and the dawn of a powerful alliance.